Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. There we go. So this is Yvonne, and we're going to do a little haircut, and she's been waiting 48 hours. We talked about it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Here's some
I
proposals.
needed 24 hours, 48 hours.
To cool off, you have to think about it. So yeah, we're going to cut some hair. We're going to cut some hair. We're going to cut some hair. She's, yeah, a little bit, but amazing. Cool. We're channeling 70s, late 70s.
Oh, late 70s.
Because this is retro haircuts. That's what you're on. But we do a modern take on those kind of haircuts, but we're going to make you like the cool kid in high school. The one who used to
I'm
hang
not
out.
in high school anymore.
I know, but I'm just making,
Okay.
it's my humor. Like the ones that used to hang out in the smoking area. But when you were like 16 in high school in the late 70s, there was like being like 23.
Yeah,
Yeah,
know, it's crazy, like in
Yeah.
movies. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, exactly. But then now today, it's like even a 23-year-old is more immature today than a 17-year-old like in late 70s, early 80s. Like those kids were like,
Yeah.
woman, early. Different world now. And you're at Victoria University.
Yes, first year.
And what are you taking?
Architecture.
Architecture. You're
Yeah.
an architect.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know.
You can design my new toilet. No, I'm kidding. I'm making toilets. Now you're getting my humor a little more. Come on over this way.
Oh,
We're gonna wash your hair.
oh okay. Okay.
Cool. Slide it off. Oh, look at you. That's okay.
Oh,
Frigid.
yeah.
Like it would be sucked to be here, but this would have not as much impact.
Yeah, true.
Anyhow, come on over. So I was looking at all that stuff. So they're all like, what if Putin does a nuclear bomb? I'm like, yeah, well, it's kind of like the COVID. But we're in New Zealand, we're okay. But again,
Yeah.
but we're in New Zealand, we would be a better chance, right?
Yeah.
So that's why like living in New
Oh,
Zealand.
yeah.
We
Oh,
always have a
really?
we always have a better chance. Doesn't matter what the world throws at you, we always have a better chance.
Yeah.
Anyhow, off topic from there and back to haircuts. Cool. So the first thing we're gonna, this is why you need to sit down and the haircut needs to start happening. Because when we're talking about haircuts, we're overthinking it.
Yeah.
So then when I start cutting, then the journey begins. So we're gonna start with a fringe. And yeah. So it's gonna be on the longer side, but up to about there. So that wasn't a big deal, now was it? No.
So how long have you been like doing hair?
Since I was 15 years old.
Wow.
Everyone in my high school back then. Do you want a haircut? Like 15-year-old me, do you want a haircut? Like, sure. And I'm like, this is good.
And then more.
But you know why? Because my grandmother was a hairdresser, so you watched and learned from her.
Oh.
And then when you're 15, your confidence goes up a bit. But the first one was a girl in my math class, and I thought she was cool. But I didn't like her hair, so after school I'm like, you need a haircut. I think she got a haircut at the mall and it was crap, and then she didn't have any money to get it fixed. So when I'm like, she's got nothing to lose anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can fix it. And she's like, yeah? I can fix it. So I fixed the girl in my math class. And then after I fixed it, she loved it so much. And then she kissed me. And she wanted to be my girlfriend. She wanted to. But that didn't last. But you know what happened? She ended up with my best friend Archie. But when I saw that, I was actually cool. Like, you know what? That makes more sense. Because all I wanted to do was cut your hair. I didn't want actually the rest of it. So, that the rest of it wasn't working for me. So she ended up with my best friend Archie. And as soon as we were at Archie's house. And they started making out. And I saw it, I went, but that makes more sense. And they're all like, Archie's like all nervous, like, oh, because we're best friends and all. I'm like, no, you guys do, like, that much more sense. And like, yeah, it's a good haircut, I can still cut your hair, but yeah, you guys are better off. No hard feelings after that one. Archie was Filipino, he was cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. And him and I had Vespas, we had vintage motor scooters. And that's what I used to do, because we used to go to this house after school and work on our bikes all the time. And then there was always girls hanging out, like, because, they wanted to hang out with the Vespa, the scooter boys and the mods and all that stuff that we were back then. And then there's Meredith with the cool haircut. And then, oh, he's cool. He cut my hair and he's got a Vespa. But then Archie has a Vespa too.
Aw.
And then I'm like, well, you
Oh,
know,
is that
this
like
just
a
makes more
difference,
sense. Yeah, and I don't want no girl hanging on the back of my Vespa. It's like getting in my way. I let Sarah, I let you hang on the back of my Vespa.
Aww.
Yeah, I'd take you to prom in the back of my Vespa. Yeah. Okay, so you're ready? Isn't that fun? This is where she's like,
Damn, all that hair.
what am I doing? What am I doing to my hair?
Okay, let's just stop.
No. The journey has begun.
So scary. I remember I cut my own fringe and I hated it.
Yeah.
Had that face.
Never do that.
That's horrible.
He told me off one time because I came with the most horrible fringes.
Yeah. Yeah. Your hair's been a work in progress. Growing that part back, but then I'm like, let's make you with some blonde highlights. And you, what did you say? And I'm like, I look like Eurotrash. Or so you said something like
I
that?
said I look like a cheap Latino.
I look like a cheap Latina. She says, I look like a cheap Latina. And actually, she kind of does. that was a bad mistake.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
a
my
bad.
God.
It seemed like a good idea at the time,
But you fixed it.
but I fixed it. Yeah, you fixed it. Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
when you made it darker.
And now we're fixing it some more. Yeah. I love that. But I want to be a cheap Latina. And I want to be loud and obnoxious. What did I tell you about? You know, like when you. What did I tell you about? You know, you just be loud and oh my God, that screeching Latina. You know, I'm gonna come back. You know, your reincarnation as a cheap Latina. Sorry, I'm probably offending people. I'm not offending Latinas. I love Latinas.
Yeah, me too.
She just, you know, she said, I look like a cheap Latina with my hair.
Wow. I was like, what is that?
You're not freaking out as much now.
I'm looking, I'm like,
Are
I
you?
don't know.
Hyperventilations. Ah, you're fine. But every one of those pictures you looked at, that's the haircut.
Okay.
Even the ones that were longer in the back, that's how much that has to go. So I mean, you're obsessed with all these pictures, but then I start cutting it, and you're like, but what's going on right now? It's just your journey.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You're just on a new journey in your life. And you're 18 now, and you're away from home for the
making
first
my own
time.
decisions.
First year university, 18 years old, and your hair's coming off. And then you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
zoom.
I know. I'm
You're gonna
gonna
zoom your
zoom
mom, and she's like,
Oh yeah, she actually doesn't know.
"No, of course she doesn't know, but that's the best. Don't tell her. Just do it."
It's gonna be a surprise.
Well, you'd be all nervous, and you zoom your mom, and you're like, "Mom, I cut my hair." She goes,
It's gonna be like,
"That's not short enough. Why don't you do a little bob?"
oh
You'd be
yeah.
like, "Because I'm
I
not
love
12."
balls.
I know exactly. Why don't you do a little bob? And you're like, "Because I'm not 12 anymore." She'd be like, "Ah, that's not short enough." Have you been back to Malaysia, or your parents are from there and you're born here?
Nah, my parents are in New Zealand. I
Sorry?
haven't been going. Nah, my parents are in New Zealand.
Good now, just here.
Yeah.
No more Malaysia.
Yeah, and then COVID, we can't go back.
You were born here or born there?
I'm born there.
And how old when you came here?
Play with like dolls and
7?
stuff.
Well, I
Yeah.
started studying here when I was 7.
Yeah, that's cool. You're more here than there now.
Yeah.
Came with me, I'm an immigrant that came here, but from Canada, so it's a different sort of thing. It's not the same sort of culture shock,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's still, anyone that moves to a new country is, there's challenges that I don't care who you are, but some more challenging than others. But
Yeah.
but I like it because I'm from Toronto, which a lot of immigrants come to Toronto. So they always say that 49% of Toronto is born in another country. So you grow up around that.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
you leave.
And then but it inspires you because you're like, you hang around with these stories. Like my high school girlfriend, my other one, the one that I was serious with, was a Polish refugee, right? So you hear these stories about them at 2 a.m. crossing the river in Austria and escaping and all that stuff. But then you think, oh, well, I moved to New Zealand. Like I grew up with all these adventure stories of people coming to Toronto. And like, I want to try that. And so, what's the challenge? I go, New Zealand looks like a good challenge, right? So it's like what as far in the world as you can get. So I'm gonna cut it. Yeah, I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna cut. The back's we're gonna cut off that much.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Are you sure?
yeah. You ready? You're freaking out. I can't do it till you consent.
Wait, how sure?
I know. It's past your shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, what I'll do, I'll take the towel off because that's misleading because it elevates your shoulder. You're just overthinking it because it's new for you.
Oh.
Actually, we'll just leave this off a second
Yeah.
and then you can feel. Because I need you to feel
Yeah.
where we're going. And we're going right there. Right there.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that feels better because what's happening with the towel and the cake,
Yeah.
you're not feeling anything and you're nervous.
Yeah. I'm like.
Yeah. So it is a good chunk coming off,
Yeah.
but your hair was actually ridiculously long anyway.
Yeah.
It was out of style, out of fashion. Yeah. So now, and then I'm going to finish the snip over here, and then you're going to reach back and feel that, and you can do that now.
Oh wow.
So it's shorter,
Yeah.
but no, it's perfect. Cool. Now you can play that for a minute. I'll show you that trick. Okay, you're really like, how did you do that? Now, I'll show people at home. It's called the invert cargo twist, and it goes like this. So you hold it like that, and you see your thumb, and so you hold it like that, and there's your thumb, and you plant it there, and you twist it in the direction of your thumb. So it's like this,
Ooh.
and that's done.
That looks cool.
Yeah. So that's open, right? That's open.
You must have seen this.
And the reason why it's called the invert cargo twist is because the person taught me from invert cargo. So, and I usually do like that. I go, it's the invert cargo twist, and it goes like this. Pop! And look.
Yeah. I think it's really cool.
Maybe I'll just cut your hair without the cape. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I haven't done this on this channel before. Just have hair
Oh,
fly all
okay.
over.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt anyway. It's just
Yeah. It's just hair.
yeah, no more cape. Just sitting down there. Now we'll just dump it. A new first for the channel. I'm gonna lose that and just have hair
Yeah.
fall all over you. It's called your cleanse. Actually, you know what? Because you actually feel more with the cape off anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not really necessary because we're after hours and being artistic and shit.
And it's not like we'll stick to my like, you know.
Does that feel too short?
Oh yeah, actually I didn't even realize. No,
No, told ya.
I don't know.
No, I think it's great. I think you can even go shorter, but you don't have to do it
No.
today. Just this is good enough for today, but at some point you'd be like, let's just cut more hair.
Oh wow, the fringe is really cool. I haven't had a fringe in so long.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So much better. And that's why I gave you 48 hours to think about this. And then that time you're like, can it just be a little bit longer? Can it just be a little bit longer? Can it just be? No. Sit down, shut up, and get a haircut. No, it's going to be perfect. We don't do half-ass around here. We just cut it. And then you channel that into liberation. Like you're a woman. 18-year-old. This is your first haircut as a woman. Because you're 18 now, so that makes you a woman.
Yeah, true.
So this is your first haircut as a woman. You're making a woman's decision.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fun. And this is a good one to do for your first woman's haircut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Where am I?
Yeah.
I feel like I have no hair.
Yeah, you will feel that way, but it's still long. Like it's not short hair. It's not like you're getting a pixie or anything like that. It's still got length to it.
Here's gone. So there's like a shorter fruit on top layer.
Yeah, little hair. We're going to cut more off the top too.
Okay.
And then we're going to do wash and wear. We're not going to do a blow dry. Because I want you to do that for your at-home care. In your situation, in the hall care. Because you share showers down the hall.
Yeah.
So you're just going to do, with your showers, you're in and out quickly. And then you got to get to a class.
Yeah.
So you need a haircut where you're just not going to bother. Because that's university life. People watching, like, I remember being my first year at university in the hall. I wouldn't even want to see the state of your friggin' showers and toilets and crap.
That's not too bad.
No, I know, but it's like living in a hostel for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get older. I have a rule now that I'm older. Never stay in a hostel ever again in this lifetime. I've done enough of that.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, I have stayed in hostels when I was younger, but now I'm like, no more hostels is a rule. No more music festivals with rain, mud, and porta potties.
Oh, yeah.
I'm over that.
Yeah.
Way over that. People are like, oh, did you want to come to the summer festival this summer? I'm like, no. I've done my Lollapaloozas and Woodstocks and all that crap. No, thank you. That's a big no thank you from me. Few rules. And I have a few other rules like never live below people, always live above people. So if they say there's an apartment and we have the third floor and the second floor, but the third floor is an extra bit of month rent or whatever, yeah, no. Go, always live above people, never live below people. Yeah, that's another rule. Because when I come home and there's all that thump, 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 thump,
Oh yeah.
drive me crazy. No, I pay the extra and I'll be the one on the top floor. Yeah.
Yeah, actually my room in my hall is the top floor.
Yes, then you're good.
Yeah.
Then you don't hear thump, thump, thump up there. And I have a few other rules. Never work for a chain. Like anything that's a chain of something like McDonald's or wherever. But for me as a hairdresser, they have a chain of hair salons. No, that's a big no for me. Yeah, because then it's loaded with rules and regulations, right? So how are you going to be creative when you're working for this national chain of rules and regulations and compliance? And this is our way of doing things. Like that's just like great chefs don't work at McDonald's. McDonald's has all the rules. You must make the Big Mac like this, but I want to do it this way. Well, this is not the place for you, because it's the way your brain goes, and then they have standards that you must adhere to. So I can't do that. I just can't do it. A few other rules, and that applies. Like my rules apply to anybody. Like don't work for a chain. Yeah, that's true. But you're getting into architecture. But imagine if you got into something that like a big firm with a bunch of different locations in different cities, because they do have those too. Like there's some in them in New Zealand that have like Wellington, Christchurch, Auckland, and then it takes away your ability to be creative.
Yeah.
So there's truth to all that. Do your own little firm or do a partnership with somebody, and then you're taking control of the things you want to be doing. So there's truth to that. don't get into this country's called building consents. You know, trying to work on getting building consents done.
Oh, yeah.
Because it takes away your creativity as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be a creative architect?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have that kind of like, I want to design big buildings?
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Yeah.
Because long after you're dead, the building still stands. Yeah, because some architects have that kind of mentality, which is nothing wrong with that. When the buildings are great, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a symbol of what you leave behind.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep. So here's where the layers happen. So you see all that. Your building's tall as well. What floor are you on? Like 16?
14.
14.
Yeah.
Now, can you see the harbor from your where
no,
you are? Or you're the
not
backside.
on my angle, yeah.
Yeah, because that would have a nice harbor view up there.
Yeah. But I see other people's like rooms, and then I look outside. I'm like, whoa, we have
Yeah.
such a nice.
Some people would have an amazing view up there. It would be like the $1 million view, and it's a student hall.
I know, and you pay the same as everyone else.
Yeah, everyone. It doesn't matter if you're second floor or 14th floor,
Yeah.
or backside view or front side view. It's like that's how communism works. Yeah. What's communism like?
I feel it's very thin, but it's just like my hair's like tight as well.
Yeah, but that's just your adjustment period. But it's not too short.
Yeah.
The back is not too short.
Yeah.
It feels shorter, of course, but
I think it will feel really nice when I wash my hair because like
yeah.
transition
Yep.
from long hair.
No, what we're doing, this is an amazing thing. But you can see how long it was.
Yeah.
So now that has to go. That's a lot coming off. But what I'm leaving behind is not too short. It's a nice change for me. So yeah. Amazing.
What time do you guys usually close?
Okay.
What time do you guys usually close?
Oh, we don't have hours in the door.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. If there's someone who wants a haircut and if we want to do it, we do it. And same in the morning, there's no time to reopen, there's no time to close. Yeah. So where did Sarah go? Oh, she's in the toilet. She's on the toilet, s'il vous plaît.
Is that French?
Yeah, my name's French. No, not really. My name's French. Last name?
Ah,
No, my last name's Kane.
Kane.
K-A-N-E.
Oh, wow.
Turn around. Your hair's nice and long. So on the channel next tonight will be Sarah, and we're gonna do a little bob.
My dead body.
Exactly. Now, we're not gonna cut your hair because I want you to have long hair on our wedding day.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You know why? So when I kick you out when you're a bad boy,
Yeah.
drop my hair and you can be like, oh,
Oh, there we go. Yeah. She's so thoughtful.
are we doing?
Do you want to do anything with it? You want a haircut?
No.
No, I don't want to cut your hair. I think you look gorgeous. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put you on the machine to do a dry, a little bit of a natural dry.
Maybe just split it.
Yeah, we can do that after. But yeah, hang around. There's beer in the fridge if you want.
Nice one. You should
I know.
you should be more considerate and maybe bring juice. You know, people who don't drink.
Oh, I got Gatorade. You want Gatorade?
What's that?
Oh.
Maybe next time I should bring my Moroccan tea. It's sugary.
I know. It's sugary shit, she says. Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Now, for people on the channel watching, they're curious. This is Sarah. She's my Moroccan princess. Therefore, she's Muslim and she's not allowed alcohol. So that's why. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And one day I want to marry her, but the problem is that I'm afraid of her family. I'm not afraid of her. I'm afraid of her family. So we're not going to get married.
We can still be good friends.
Oh no, very good friends. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So we'll blast it in there for a little bit. This was Polly's. Yeah. See, now that it's settling, that's cool, eh?
Yeah.
Is it too short?
No. I thought we went any short. Oh my god.
No, we're not gonna cut it any shorter. This is your haircut. This is awesome. Do you know what though? I'm proud of you. I'm glad you did this. Because it broke you outside your box.
Yeah.
But that's also, and I've said this on the channel a lot, this whole channel is all about taking you outside your box and putting you into a new box. Because the old box wasn't working anymore. Now this is you, an 18-year-old girl, having your first haircut as an adult in your life. And this was a good one. Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah, this is definitely worth it.
Yeah, I might just do like spray it with some salt spray and then do the shake it and go method.
Okay. Ah.
Without a blow dry. I can blow dry it a little bit, but I don't want to do like let's do like a crazy blow dry because you won't repeat that anyway with your lifestyle.
Yeah.
I want it to fall in shape on its own without effort. So you can see that already. But also your old color's still there too, so this still works with your old color.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much there. It's so fun. It's so fun. So
It
this
feels
is,
weird because I pulled it up. Yeah.
this is Ocean Spritz, it's salt spray. So because we're in New Zealand, we want to do salt spray a lot. It'll create that kind of like rough texture as well. Now you have some options. If you want to buy this to take it home with you, it's $32. No, it's $27. Or you can just jump in the harbor. And it's the same result, and that's free. So you know, we're surrounded by salt water.
Yeah.
Like selling salt water to Kiwis.
That's a bit.
We're surrounded by salt water.
Yeah.
I think you can buy this, but if you need a refill, you just go to the harbor and you can go bloop, 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 bloop. Like, come on, this country's surrounded by salt water. It's like, oh, here, let me sell you some salt water. You'd argue it's not the same. No, it's not. This is German formulated salt water.
Oh yeah.
But it's just funny because how do I get that kind of salty look? Go to the beach?
Yeah.
Like how? Why are you asking me this?
See ya.
See ya. Have a good night. Thank you. I'll do a bit with the diffuser. But no, like, let's do muscle or blow drying and some round brushes and stuff, because you're not going to repeat that. So I call this realistic expectations, which means if I do minimum and it looks great, you do minimum and it looks great.
Yeah.
And it suits your lifestyle. Because first year architecture, that's not easy.
Yeah. Quite different.
Sorry?
Quite new.
Yeah.
coming from high school, it's like.
Oh, different, because you're working your brain in different ways. And the first year is the year of attrition, right? Because a lot of people start dropping out because it's not for them.
Yeah.
But then the ones who are like the ones who finish up, you'll finish it up because you seem like you seem like you're going to be an architect to me. Yeah. But some don't make it,
Yeah.
or some finish up but don't become architects.
Yeah.
And that's the same with any of the programs. But I always like architecture. Like with degrees, some of them are like, there's no point. But architecture, there is a point. Or law school, or some things like that. There is a point because there is an outcome. There's a career,
Yeah.
right? And then some of them are like, oh, I'm doing like English major in criminology. I'm like, oh, well, what do you want to do with that? And I was, I don't know. I just, what I chose,
Yeah.
right? That doesn't lead to anything.
Yeah.
Why English? Oh, because I like reading. Why criminology? Oh, because I'm obsessed with crime videos on YouTube.
That's what it
Yeah.
reminds me of.
Yeah, exactly. And then what do you want to do when you're done? Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe just be a barista with a degree. Yeah, it doesn't lead to anything. Got Carol in your shirt, but that's okay. That was the point.
Everyone, I just got a haircut.
Yeah, no, but this will take it off.
Oh.
It's not a big deal. But that feels really good. Did
Feels very light.
Sorry?
Feels very light.
Light, yeah. Then I'll show you the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, if I cut it longer, you wouldn't have had the same impact that you have right now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, now you feel that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
It was perfect, right?
Perfect.
So after the last 48 hours, they're like, not too short, that's going to be too short, but that's going to be too short. No, it's been cut, it's not too short. Yeah.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
Wow.
Cool. So we're going to grab the camera.
The hairdresser.
So yeah, listen to me, yeah. Cool. But that was a big change for you, but it was the perfect change, because that's a lot of hair that came off. But come on over here, we'll do some after shots.
Okey-dokey.
Isn't that fun? Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, you look your age now, you look like your...
Actually, that's true. You look like an 18-year-old woman. Like a girl walked into the hair salon and a woman walks out. That's what this looks like. And now, see Sass Factor times 10. Holy crap, did you see that sass? Wow. No, that was awesome.
Oh wait, where's my keys going?
Oh, that's okay. But anyhow, we'll say bye. Bye,
Oh
Tubers.
yeah, okay, bye.
Bye. Enjoy your hair.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, and also,
Okay.
thank you for letting me cut too much of your hair. It was perfect.
No.
You're welcome.
I loved it.
Yeah, me too. It's awesome. Go.